Is taking on the shape of things to come.
IBM's People Wall will transport you upward to a theater and film spectacular designed by Charles Eames. General Electric's Progress Land includes Walt Disney's amazing animated figures and an actual demonstration of atomic fusion. The Kodak Pavilion will present photography as a truly universal language. In the Bell System exhibit, you'll ride through a series of theaters dramatizing the past and future of communications. Traveler's Insurance, umbrella of protection, and man's triumph over the hazards of life. Electric Power and Light's Tower of Light, the brightest beam ever created. Uncle Ben will star in the brightest show on earth. At RCA, you will peer behind the scenes of an ultra-modern, full-color television broadcast. The gas industry's Festival of Gas will feature the latest in gas appliances and a unique gourmet restaurant. Coca-Cola's World of Refreshment will house a melodious electronic carillon. Johnson's Wax, a jewel of a building with a suspended theater within its circular colonnade. At Scott Paper, you'll relax in a beautifully landscaped park, an elegant interior rest area. Formica's Hilltop House, showcasing the newest products of the American Cyanamide Corporation. The F&M Schaefer Brewing Company, a buffet and the largest beer bar in the world. National Cash Register Company will demonstrate tomorrow's world of automation. 7-Up presents authentic international sandwiches and entertainment. You'll relive the turn of the century at Rheingold's gay little old New York. DuPont will have 2 theaters and an exhibit area where fairgoers will see better things for better living through chemistry. Westinghouse will bury a new time capsule documenting man's exciting progress over the last 25 years. The Pavilion of American Interiors, the newest and best in furnishings for your home. To the Boy Scout exhibit will come 40,000 scouts during National Jamboree Week alone. Pepsi-Cola presents Walt Disney's It's a Small World, a tribute to UNICEF. The attractive exhibit building of the Simmons Beauty Rest Center. The House of Good Taste exhibit, a 3-home showcase designed by the country's leading architects. The Better Living Pavilion will cover major areas in everyday life. The exciting new world of industry at the New York World's Fair. As some of you know, I have spent much of my life roaming this planet in search of the unusual, the interesting, the exotic. But you, right here in the international area, can visit more than 45 countries and see much of their best in peaceful competition. Shop in Hong Kong for handmade rugs, jade, and carved ivory. Step into Switzerland's restaurant and then treat the family to the Swiss Sky Ride. See Balinese dancers in Indonesia. In the 3-story Mexican Pavilion, native art and handicrafts. Pakistan will emphasize her historical past, present, and future. The Austrian Pavilion will be made of gleaming wood in an A shape, symbolizing Austria's glorious mountains and forests. Sweden will emphasize her creativity in arts and products. The Republic of China, special exhibits in a traditional motif. The exhibit building of Sierra Leone will symbolize its famous mountains.
India's theme, Progress in Democracy, will be dramatized by relics of the past and aspirations to the future. The Hall of Free Enterprise, presenting a total concept of economic life in a free community.
Japan's participation is extensive. One exhibit by its government, another by industry. Ireland's exhibit will unfold that country's rich literary heritage. The Caribbean Pavilion, limbo dancers and the rhythms of calypso singers and a steel band. And at the International Plaza, many other nations and foreign organizations will be represented. Nations from around the globe pledged to a theme of common understanding at the New York World's Fair.
The central theme of the fair, Peace Through Understanding, will gain in depth and perspective through impressive religious and cultural exhibits and events. For the first time in the history of World's Fairs, there will be exhibits presented by many major faiths.
At the Protestant Center, all Protestant groups will exhibit together. Towering over the Mormon Pavilion will be a replica of the towers of the Salt Lake City Temple. Within the Christian Science Pavilion will be exhibits from 40 or more countries. The Billy Graham Pavilion will house a 600-seat theater with films shown every half hour. The death of Pope John XXIII shocked and saddened the world. In the words of Robert Moses,
I believe John the 23rd will cast a shadow like that of Peter, the rock on which this church is founded, and in civil affairs of Abraham Lincoln, who also had the common touch and spoke for all of mankind.
The decision of the Vatican to take part in the World's Fair set a new precedent. Pope John XXIII approved a loan for the duration of the fair of Michelangelo's masterpiece, the Pietà, his famed sculpture of Mary holding the crucified Christ. In Rome, Pope John activated a radio signal transmitted overseas to the fairgrounds that started a pile driver breaking ground for the Vatican Pavilion. Not only the Pietà, but other rare art masterpieces from the Vatican will be on view, along with sacred objects and documents telling the story of the Christian faith.
Three former presidents are proud to serve as chairman for the fair: Herbert Hoover, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Harry S. Truman. And here on this 4.5-acre site is rising the magnificent Federal Building. Its theme, Challenge to Greatness. Here will be exhibit halls, a theater, and tributes to our American heritage. At the groundbreaking ceremony, our late President John F. Kennedy met Robert Moses, president of the fair.
We have roamed these United States and literally combed the globe for pavilions and exhibits which will reflect the achievements of all men in industry, culture, the arts, and harmless entertainment. We confidently expect more than 70 million visitors to an unforgettable pageant.
Then the President.
I want the people of the world to visit this fair and all the various